Hello, everyone. It's Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, or Easter Monday, depending on what kind of like labels you put onto all these things. I know I said that there was going to be no Facebook Lives over the 4-day holiday period, and you can see now that I was lying. I'm sorry. I've been speaking with Llewelyn and Rhys Davies over the weekend because we speak a lot, and we went like, okay, let's do a surprise live. So here we are with the three of us once again. And one of the things that we've been talking about is the absolute importance right now, but then going forward into the future, the importance of personal development. I was thinking, the whole lockdown thing. We've also had some friends whose parents have died as a result of coronavirus. The tragic thing. Obviously, when somebody dies, it's very sad. It's very tragic anyway. But the sad thing was the difference that this thing called COVID-19 or whatever you want to call it meant was that their parent died in hospital alone. They couldn't go and see them, couldn't go and be with them, which is this is very unusual. This is unprecedented times, and it has a big impact on family, friends, those kind of things. And one of the things that the three of us have been chatting about is, where would we be right at this point in time if we didn't know what we know, if we didn't, invested huge amounts of money and huge amounts of time in learning about personal development, in learning to handle our own emotional state, to handle our own mental state, put ourselves in the best position to be able to maintain our physical state. We were just talking about when we first came on, I was just mentioning my friend Nick Delgado. I'm still working on getting one of the lives of me, designed that workout that I did. So the three of us are working out every day, but not only physically, we're working out mentally, emotionally, as well as physical. So we wanted to really join you tonight, or wherever you are in the world. It might be tonight, it might not be Sunday night. It is in the UK. It'll be Monday morning in Australia, and it'll be Sunday lunchtime in California. Wherever you are, thank you for joining us. And give us some thumbs up if you like what we're doing. So the importance of personal development in life in general, and also though business. There is going to be a point in time when the world presses play on business, and there are so many people that appear to be asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, what and they're not doing anything. It's like it's a holiday time.
Yeah.
This is the time to kind of like to grow and to really embrace. One of the key things I got from NLP particularly was behavioral flexibility, doing things in different ways, because the things we were doing before just aren't working anymore. So you've got to do something different. Guys, think to that.
You know what it is, Dave? I think where I'm at now and all the feedback that I'm getting through thousands and thousands of engagements on a daily basis, it's no longer about what people know. It's about what they action. And if I was to advance that, okay, it's not only about what they action, it's about what they apply. Now, the difference between action and application is action is when you do something. When you apply yourself, I believe you place an emotion on top of it. Okay, so now it's an opportunity for people to actually apply themselves to what they already know. Because I see, like you quite rightly said, people are using it as a holiday. And those that are not using it as a holiday are fast asleep. And when they press play again on the economy, if you haven't grown through this predicament, okay, you are actually going to get left behind. Now, obviously, I've served for my country. a lot of people are going to be in post-traumatic stress.
Yep.
A lot of people subconsciously after this are still going to be keeping social distance, right? It's going to affect how people communicate. It's going to affect how people interact at work. People are still going to be operating from a standpoint of fear in case there's a second wave or a third wave. So knowing and understanding the right strategies and tools to actually apply, in my humble opinion, is what's going to help you grow through this period or absolutely plateau, stand still. Worst case scenario, actually regress.
Yep.
Do you know what? Do you know what I want to add to this? And you're going to have to excuse my blunt approach to this, because I've been thinking in a very different way. For the first time in my life, and I'm 36 years of age, we are now being forced to need personal development as opposed to want it. What we've done, every single one of us and the majority of people watching this video, we have fallen victim to the marketing of personal development and not the actual need of personal development. So what that means in layman's terms is very simple. We choose what areas we want to work on. We Google the books and the courses. We then go and work on that. We weren't even unconsciously aware of the problems that we really have when it's imposed by something that we can't control.
Yeah.
So we've got millions of people around the world at the moment now realizing, oh my gosh, I swear that I refrain because David's live and not mine. Okay. We've now got millions of people around the world thinking to myself, oh my God, I have an actual disbelief about money. Oh my God, I don't actually have the self-worth and confidence that I thought I had once I was winning, now that I don't have anything. So what I want to say to everyone that's watching this video, personal development means this: develop your person.
Yeah. Not
learn new knowledge that you can recite out of a book that was formulated from somebody who had to grow their person.
Right.
Now is the idealistic time and the opportunity for us to actually figure out what it is we need, so that if this happens again, we may lose absolutely everything as human beings, but internally we are still the value.
Yeah.
NLP is the way forward. CBT may be the way forward for some other people. Hypnosis, timeline therapy may be another strategies you may use. But before, during, and after all that, you must underline what it is you need to work on. Because I said this at the beginning of this little quote. We've all fell victim to the marketing of personal development. You know, I focused on finances because I thought I was broke. I didn't realize that it weren't work ethic that accumulated my wealth, but my belief about money itself. Only until I couldn't afford to eat did I realize that it wasn't work ethic I needed to work on. It was my beliefs about money. So the question I want to ask the viewers today, what one thing do you think you need to work on now that you didn't know before, that has been exposed to you because of COVID-19?
Yeah.
But let me carry on, please.
Yeah.
Do not pre-frame this as a negative, because self-realization is an absolute beautiful thing. As individuals, we are all categorically innocently ignorant. We choose to watch, think, and feel what we want to watch, think, and feel. But right now, it's not on us.
Yeah, I think for what I saw shift in the personal development, and we mentioned this in the podcast that we did when your man at Louis around, you know, where the personal development field has gone. And, you know, this is just something that's popped into my head. You know, personal development became bolt-on development.
Yes.
Right, I'll bolt this speaker skill on here. I'll bolt this trader skill on here. I'll bolt this skill on here. But if you haven't personally developed, Louis, as you're talking about, it falls off.
It does.
It just goes like, it just drops to the floor. You know, before the lockdown came in and stuff, I was talking to a number of major organizations about leadership development, and they wanted leadership skills. And I went like, no, you don't want leadership skills. Firstly, you've got to lead yourself. You've got to be aligned.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Yourself. if you just bolt on leadership skills or influencing skills or whatever they are on the outside, but you're not aligned on the inside. You're like
Congruency.
unresolved congruency, exactly. If you've got unresolved negative emotions, if you've got limiting beliefs, Louis, like you were just saying, if you've got misaligned values,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how many skills we bolt on, none of them are going to work, and you're never going to get a return on your investment.
Thank
Do you know
you
what it
so
is,
much.
David?
Rhys,
Louis, one second.
Rhys,
Do you know what it is? No, let's have a fight. Louis, give me a second. Dave, it's because it become fashionable to tag yourself on Facebook that you're at a seminar. It become fashionable to tag yourself that you're in part of this group, right? And I get why people needed a sense of belonging, why people wanted to be part of a brand or a movement that suggests they understood and knew what they were doing. But like you said, congruency is a fine thing. And if you're not congruent, you will always get found out, where your thoughts, your beliefs, and how you communicate them, if they're not aligned, you're going to get found out. And what I like about the predicament that we're in, okay, me, you, and my brother have always worked on prevention before the cure. And we've done it for 10, 20, 30 years. A lot of people now are going to be using personal development for the cure. And,
Right.
and that can be quite debilitating, because a lot of the problems and the pain are already occurring, which is absolutely fine. Personal development, I believe, grew into a gimmick where it was fashionable, it was trendy, and it was cool. And whilst everyone thought it was trendy and cool, I was trying to tell people it's trench work. And what I mean by the terminology trench work, everything about personal development is hard. Everything about it, because like you said, you don't bolt it on, man. You've got to learn, you've got to feel it, and you've got to make it yours, you've got to own it. And now I want to use this as an opportunity to encourage people to own it, to learn, and to struggle, because it's not easy. And there's going to be more self-doubt inflicted upon yourself whilst doing personal development until you start learning and becoming more comfortable with it. And then it's a positive trajectory.
Okay, so I'm going to highlight some things here. One from David and one from Rhys. First of all, right, everyone give me 3 minutes of your life right now. The bolt-on mentality. The bolt-on mentality that David suggests a lot of people may have potentially. In my personal opinion, based on doing this for 11 years now, which isn't a long time, 90% of people are bolting on things that are superficial and artificial. Yeah. If you bolt something on without being a congruent, aligned individual, you're going to create what we call a superficial result. Mm-hmm. David said, you're never going to get an ROI if you think you need influencing skills when you can't influence yourself, or leadership skills when you can't lead yourself. He mentioned the word ROI. Rhys so famously come up with a champions of mind terminology. We don't give people ROIs. You never get a return on your investment when you work with myself and Rhys. You get what we call a return on individuality. One of the things we all need to focus on now is finding out who the hell it is we really are, so that we do get an ROI. You don't need another course. You don't need no leadership skills. And you don't need to learn to become more influential in this instance. What you need to learn is who you are, lay bare. That's where the true power is, ladies and gentlemen, with personal development. You can stand naked in front of the mirror. Don't do that whilst watching this video. That's a different live video for another time, David and Rhys, yeah? We've just got dressed. The true thing about personal development is lay yourself bare in your purest and rawest form. Understand all the chinks of your own armor and understand the trajectory on how you transition through them. Because let me say something, and I'm going to put it out there. I'm a 36-year-old man and I'm so far from perfect, but I'm really happy with that. I've got so many issues that I work on daily. It kind of makes me a very individual, perfect person, understanding that. There's no bolt-ons going on these massive deltoids. Just the realization that it's going to be continued work. Take that home.
Well done, mate.
Absolutely. No.
Power.
I'm with you there. And the thing as well is, you know, with everything that we know collectively about NLP, about coaching, about hypnosis, about time therapy, about mental emotional release, about HUNA, about havening, when you truly work on yourself, like you say, like lay yourself bare
Yeah.
to yourself, not to anybody else.
That's the key. That's the key.
It's not comfortable.
It's not. The only issue that I have is that it's marketed as being comfortable. You see personal development on Facebook pop up right on a sponsored advert, and you'll get happy music, people high-fiving each other and chanting. Realistically, that's a group environment, and it's because it's sellable. Personal development is quite often you at home grinding out your emotions, crying, thinking, where do I go from here? And you don't know the answer. That's real personal development. There is no high fives in personal development, and there definitely is no vision boards and all that high five, happy clappy stuff, because you have to grow through your own problems and issues, and that's where you get strength, and that's how you develop courage, self-belief, and self-worth. There's no external way to get it unless you grow through your own issues, and that's what I love about what you're saying, Dave. Because when we're at Lewis Manor, you give me a brief history, right, on how you got involved in NLP. And I've admired you for many, 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 many years. And one of the questions that me and Louis threw to you on, I'm not sure whether you remember it, is we said, how do you feel, in our humble opinion, you're the godfather of NLP, right? How do you feel being part of an industry now that's really, really generically washed out? Like, I remember me asking you that question. I think it'll be quite beneficial for you to answer it to your followers now that may not have heard the podcast, because like you've been there, you've done it, man, and now it's like generic happy clappy high five. How does it feel for you that you've been there?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the personal development business now for 30 years, NLP 27 years, and I was proud to tell people what I did. This is what I do. Even if people thought it was weird and crazy, I was still proud to be involved in the industry. And then, what I saw in the last few years was basically people selling shit.
Yeah, man.
Very, very high price that people didn't need.
You're mad.
But a number of people did very, very well out of that from a financial point of view. But it got to the point where I went, like, when people said to me, "What do you do? What do you do for a living?" "I run my own business." "Great. What do you do?" Personal development. I was kind of like became a bit shy about it. It was just,
yeah, I get it.
Oh, right, it's a cult. Whatever.
Yeah.
And there has been a lot of hype, happy, clappy kind of stuff. And what I noticed was that when you do that, when people go for that kind of thing, they experience a high.
Yeah.
They do transform. They do change. They learn some new stuff and they move to a new level. When you're on your own in a little bed, you can't access the same kind of emotional states that you can when you're in a massive arena with 10 or 20,000 people. It's just not possible. It's like a drug high.
It's a retention model.
So then people go, okay, I need to get. I had people actually phone the office and go, I need to get my next high.
Mad.
We actually had people saying that.
Oh no, I'm under no illusion.
And what happens is when they're in this room with thousands of people, and then they drop to here. But the way the human nervous system works, it works on different. So they feel the difference from there to there. They don't feel the difference from there to there. So they're in a better place than they were before.
Yeah.
Experience now, they've dropped. They now feel that they're in a worse place than they were.
Yeah.
do you know, with like marketing the realism of true personal development, you can't actually give someone that heightened state until they've been through the hardest transition that they've ever been through in their life. So what myself and Rhys have found with our clients and our students, when we've delivered talks, seminars, so on and so forth, when we spoke at Les Brown, we went in at a level that made people realize that this personal development game is hard from end to finish. But the level that you were chasing through those heightened states becomes here, and it becomes your new norm. Rhys calls it staying neutral regardless of good or bad. And that's what personal development now needs to be pitched as. We're not going to change your state for the sake of a 3-hour window. Internally, you've got to be able to be neutral regardless of good or regardless of bad. And that's how you maintain one's self-courage, self-belief, self-discipline, and self-worth.
Because based on human frequency, David, you know, obviously, if we have a heightened state, quite often it can be an endorphin state or an adrenal state, okay? What happens after that state is we experience a slump. It's called the adrenal slump. Quite often when we experience an adrenal slump, we go down further than neutral, right? Yeah. So the same energy is required to bring yourself back to neutral. And that's why people experience that roller coaster of emotions, high and low. So I teach people to appreciate both positive and negative. These are time frame which you have to bring yourself back neutral to gauge emotional and mental stability. That's what I see, and I've just got off the phone to several members of NHS staff prior to my live feed this morning. It's like, Rhys, 1 minute people are coming in happy, the next minute people are coming in fearful of their life. Yep. And it's because they haven't understood the importance of emotional stability and being neutral. And that's something that I believe personal development should be breathed throughout the marketplace.
Yeah, I think the thing, well, you know, the thing that I keep hearing, and you know, see if I've got this, if we're on the same page with this, it's called personal development. This person here, right?
Yes, man.
It's not about out there, it's about in here.
Yes,
yeah.
mate.
It means facing your own demons, whatever it is. You know, when I know when I first got into doing my NLP practitioner training in 1993, it wasn't a comfortable experience for me because all of my demons came here. They were here. They've been there all the time.
Yeah.
But because of what we said last time, you know, I use distractions to keep them out there. They weren't there. They were there all the time, and they came up like this. You know, about dad dying, the stuff about my marriage ending, divorce, my business. You know, having shut businesses down. All those kind of things just came like.
Yeah.
But the thing in facing that, you know, and you know, I think my unconscious mind for you know, only doing when I was in a place where I could actually deal with it, which I do believe that people, you know, when stuff comes up, it only comes up when you have the resources to deal with it.
Yeah.
So if you've got stuff coming up right now, you know, thanks to coronavirus, here's the thing with that is your unconscious mind wouldn't present you with that unless it wasn't the right time to deal with it and you had all the resources to deal with it.
100% agree.
Your unconscious mind's not your enemy. Your unconscious mind loves you, right?
Yeah.
And like, right, this is an opportunity to deal with this now. It opens up from a Huna perspective. It opens up the black bags. But you know, let's just think about it this way. The things that we've been sharing with you already over this, you know, 2 weeks or so since we got back from Hawaii, guests like Llewelyn and Rhys and James, you know, Jetson. I've got more guests lined up for this coming week. Just using them. You know, this is the thing I think you were saying about, is about action. It's not about, okay, I understand that technique now.
Application.
Application. Application where? Here.
Yes.
Apply it to your. And then,
Can I just say one thing on that, guys? For everyone that's listening, it's okay to struggle. It's okay to find it hard. It's okay to break down. It's okay to lack clarity. It's okay to lack direction. It's okay to lack vision. Me and my brother and David have all been there for many, many years. And that is how we learn and grow. If you're looking for external resources to give you validation, to give you that result that you desire, it's not the way forward in personal development. You as an individual, your return on your individuality is what's going to bring you through COVID-19. And away from obviously the people that are suffering from it, the families and the kids and the parents, you know, I feel for you massively. But universally, we've been given an opportunity to actually grow now at the same rate. And those that do the work will just grow quicker.
yeah, thanks for saying that. And I mean,
My pleasure, man.
let's get it straight. Let's just be brutally honest with this. This is fucking. I can't think of any other way. This is fucking tough.
Yes.
Yes, mate.
Fucking
yes,
tough.
Mate.
100%.
I've never known anything like this. You know, and there are people who are finding it tougher than us. But,
Of course.
you know, do I wake up and feel scared? Yeah. Do I wake up and I feel sad? Yeah, I do. And though,
Yeah.
you know, what we've got through personal development is the tools to go, okay, feeling sad, say Rhys, acknowledging it. Feeling sad. And it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel scared. Right. Now, what do I do to sort myself out?
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
I'm going to close it and finish it on this information, okay? Many years ago, I watched a film called Contagion, and it's got Matt Damon in it, and it's effectively COVID-19, right? And I was watching it at the time, thinking, imagine if that actually happened in real life. It's impossible. How can that even happen, right? And my partner said, but what would you do if it did? I said, nothing, babe, because listen, I'm the real deal, right? And I teach people to be the real deal. We deal with proper adversity. Fast forward to 2 nights ago and I watched it again, and I watched it through some next level filter, like, wow, it's happening. This is real. And guess what? I'm responding in a way that I told my missus I would 3 years ago, like, this is just a part of life.
Yep.
And I'm seeing all these people that I used to think were really strong, David, Louis, fall apart. It's because they've had the bolt-on mentality. And it's because they've attached these skill sets to the armor without understanding them. And I want to use this live feed, or quite possibly something that we could offer collectively, as an opportunity for people to actually become the value, firstly for themselves, and secondly for after COVID-19. And that excites me.
And I'll just finish off with this. On behalf of myself, Rhys and David, you know, we've been public with what it is we believe to be true about the world, combined with personal experience and professional coaching and strategies. You know, plug into us, because our simple role and moral obligation is to lead you to a better place physically and emotionally. We understand that you're going to have days where you want to listen to the words that we say, and we understand on the flip coin, you're going to have days where you don't want to listen to what we say. All we ask and suggest is this: listen to our words with relaxed belief, because even if you don't need it today, you may need it in 7 days or even 7 years. Our job as influencers and people trying to lead you to a better place is to always give you the value that we give you.
Thanks, Louis.
Good man.
Yeah, good man. Excellent. We'll do a virtual standing ovation.
Yes.
Thanks, guys, for joining me. I know this wasn't planned. We just, on the spur of the moment yesterday, were like, right, let's go live. Let's do something. So we are doing regular lives. We'll be starting again tomorrow, 7 p.m. With myself and other guests. So, you know, I'd like to thank Llewelyn and Rhys for joining me again today. I love working with you guys. Honestly, I really do.
Thank you, brother.
And, you know, wherever you are in the world, love you lots, and we hope.
Love and respect, guys. Dave, thank you very much for having us on, mate. And I'll
Thank you
speak
very
to
much,
you,
brother.
okay?